What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Gaia community server. And as I stand up here looking down on the creation that we've built together as a community, I gotta tell you guys that those comments and that reaction to the Whiskum video filled me with emotions. First of all, I was angry. Second of all, I was sad. But most of all, I was disappointed that those kind of comments, all those dislikes could come from this community. I couldn't believe it. I thought that we were a community that was more mature than that, not so quick to make judgments, not so quick to slander and just say horrible, hateful things. It was hatred. It was absolute hatred. And I guess you were angry that Whiskum was gone, and you were channeling it all to me like it was my fault. And I was very angry about that. But, you know, it kind of subsided, the anger, and it just settled into disappointment. How you guys would put so little faith in my decision making, put so little faith in my ability to run a community server, that I was hurt by it. That's really what it is. I was hurt that you guys are my community. I couldn't believe it. That's not the community we've created, guys. And you should all, not all of you, most of you should be ashamed of yourselves. Absolutely ashamed of what you said in that comment section and how many dislikes you gave the video. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Let me start by saying this. A lot of you are under the impression that I'm the reason Whiskum's not playing here anymore. Let me set that record straight. First and foremost, Whiskum quit. He quit. I didn't fire him. He quit. Okay? And if he wanted to be an adult about it, if he really wanted to play on this server, he would have been an adult. And he would have come to me and said, Bean, you know, I'm not enjoying my time as a leader. I don't want to be leader anymore. But I still enjoy playing on this server. And I want to be a part of this server. But I don't want to be leader. And we would have had this conversation. That's what an adult would have done. But that's not what Whiskum did, was it? Whiskum came to me, he said, Bean, I quit. And he basically blamed me for all of his problems. Laid it all on me like it was my fault that he ran his country into the ground. Right? He said, I quit. It's all your fault. Oh, by the way, do you think I can still play here? Wait, what? No, if you're going to be a child, then no, you cannot play here. It's like, I know a lot of you are young and you don't have jobs, but it's not, you can't go to your employer who took a chance on you and gave you a job. You can't go to him and say, I hate this job. You're terrible at leading. I'm out of here. I hate this place. I hate you. I don't like this situation. By the way, can I get a paycheck still? That's not how it works. That's not how it works in the adult world. And that's something Whiskum fails to understand. So I don't think that at any point he actually believed he was going to be playing here with the way he decided to go out. If he was an adult about it, he would have still been playing here. But he didn't want to go that route. He chose not to go that route. So that's why he is not playing here. And you guys are going to blame me for the actions of Whiskum? It's nonsense. It's ridiculous, and it's hurtful to me that you would put that all on me when he is the one who quit you. He quit you. Now, the reason why I made the decision not to let him play here is because he's a toxic element to this server. Now, a lot of you liked playing with Whiskum, and I did too. And the reason why was because he creates conflict. That's what he does. He creates conflict, and it's fun on a community server. There should be some conflict. I mean, with 8 people leading different countries, with all these people playing on the server, we're not all going to get along, and a little bit of conflict is good. You need conflict. And that was Whiskum's role, and he was good at it, and that's why so many people liked him, because of the conflict he created. But he could not handle the role play. And that was his problem. He could not differentiate between role play and reality. And while I'm over here role playing, yes, I gave him a hard time in the role play. Absolutely, I admit it. I gave him a horrible time because that's what I felt he was bringing upon himself. He brought it upon himself by the way he ran his country. And so in the role play, within the confines of the role play, I gave him a lot of grief for that. I admit that. But that was part of the role play. It would never turn personal. And, Whiscrum would always be the first one to say, oh, it's not personal. I know it's a role play. And then he would also be the first one to attack me in real life, saying I'm a bad person for what I say in the role play. But he couldn't differentiate between role play and reality. And he got too attached to the server, and he saw this as, I don't know what he saw this as. Is Goat Goods got stuff in stock yet? But he just couldn't differentiate the two things. And so that's why he blamed me for his problems, because he took it to reality. I never took it to reality. I never said anything, oh, good job, Majestic Goat. I'll be buying here soon. I never said anything about Whiscrum personally, but he would say all sorts of things about me personally. And it wasn't a one-time thing. It's been ongoing. It all culminated. It built up to where we got today. So it was not like, I just said, I'm going to, Whiscrum quit, I'm hurt personally, I'm going to not let him play. The reason why he's not playing is because he is a toxic element. He cannot separate the roleplay from reality, and all he would do is create conflict within the server, which was fun, but also conflict outside of the server, which was not fun. He, like I say, he can't differentiate between the roleplay and reality. And so he brought the conflict to reality, and I've just had enough of it. And a lot of you in the comments section were saying, I thought this was a democracy. What's the point of having leaders if they can't choose, whether or not Whiscrum stays? And that was really pissed me off, because he's a toxic element, and he's making the server a worse place. When we had a griefer on here, and we figured out who it was, I banned that griefer and every single person on his friends list. But no one had anything to say about it, because that was my decision as a server host. We didn't agree on that as a group. We didn't say, okay, this guy is a huge griefer. He did a bunch of damage. Do you think we should kick him? No, the server host says that's it. He's gone, and everyone on his friends list is gone. I made that decision without the council. No one had a problem with it, because that was the right thing to do. It's the exact same case with Whiscrum. He is a toxic element to the server. He's bringing the server down. And as a server host, it is my right to protect this server any way I see fit. And if someone is causing a huge problem or a rift in this server, then it's my decision whether or not he plays. I don't need to go to a council. I'm the server host. My job is making sure this server survives through anything. If one person wants to bring down the server, that person's gone. I don't need a council for that. Just like a griefer. If one person wants to grief, I don't need a council to end the reign of a griefer. That's my right as a server host. I chose Whiscrum as leader without a council. So if he wants to quit in the way he did, then I'm going to take him out of his position in any way I see fit. Do you not see that? I'm doing what it takes to protect this server from negative energy, from people trying to do this server harm. I mean, more and more often we're just getting into arguments how Whiscrum can't handle the roleplay griefing I was giving him. He couldn't handle it. He was emotionally involved. He took it emotionally. And so, yeah, it's fine. If he wants to quit, he can quit. That's great. I admire him for just leaving the situation and doing what's best for him. That's the decision he had to make. But as far as remaining playing here, he chose not to play here by the way he quit. Like I said, he didn't come to me saying, Bean, I have a problem with what you're saying. I don't want to handle this anymore. I don't deserve this. I don't want to deal with it anymore. But I still like the server. What are we going to do? He didn't talk to me like an adult. He came to me like a child and cast blame and say, he hurt me. Mommy, he hit me. That's what he did. And that's not going to get you anywhere in life. And that's not going to allow you to continue playing here, because that's not the kind of person I want leading a country. And that's definitely not the kind of person I want running around this country, this set of countries. So those comments were just, I got really mad at the comments, but then I realized that you guys don't know what you're talking about. You seriously don't. This is my third community server. I know what it takes to run a server. I know what it takes to maintain a server. And there are people in this life who are going to be toxic. That's just who they are, what they are. They're toxic people. I need to go to Goat's Good sooner than I expected. Some people are toxic. And Whiscrum was very toxic, but at the same time, he's very fun. I mean, personally, Whiscrum's a great guy. He's very funny. He keeps things entertaining. And that's why so many of you were upset, because your source of entertainment was leaving you. But he also causes entertainment through negative energy. Just like Keemstar. Like, you know what I mean? It's like negative attention. And that's fine in the server, in the roleplay, but when it's leaving the server, when it's leaving the roleplay as he chose to take it to that route, then it's no longer fun, it's no longer funny, it's no longer beneficial. Suddenly it's a problem. And Whiscrum, it culminated, and finally it ended up with him just lashing out because he couldn't handle the stress of being a leader emotionally. He couldn't handle the emotional stress for the persona he created. So, I mean, I'm not looking down on him. The only thing I don't like about what happened was the way he did it. The way he did it was very childish. It doesn't... Keep that in mind, guys. If you're going to quit from a job, why are you going to burn your bridges and then ask for benefits? It doesn't make any sense. And that's what Whiscrum did. He burned his bridge and then asked for benefits. And then you got mad at me for doing the sensible thing. So where does that leave us? A lot of you are like complaining about not wanting to play here. Where does that leave us? Well, here's your option. And it's very simple, really. Here's what you can do. If you still don't understand why Whiscrum's not playing here, if you're still going to cast blame on me, if you're going to still think that I'm some sort of dictator because I want to protect my server from negative people, if that's the way you still feel after this video, then you are more than welcome to find another YouTuber who opens up his party to a community and makes people interact and creates friendships. You can find another YouTuber who creates a server for you to play on so you can interact with on a daily basis. You can find another YouTuber who will open up the world even if he doesn't feel like playing it and leave it on for 8 hours a day, risking the life of his Xbox so that you can have a community to play on. You can go find that YouTuber and you are more than welcome to go play on his server if you don't like it. But this is my server. I will run it the way I run it. Every single decision within the community of Gaia has been made by committee. But this wasn't a committee type decision. This was a server, just like that griefer was. That was a server decision, not an interior group concerning the world decision. That was a decision that affects the server as a whole, and I don't need a committee to decide when someone's being toxic enough to cause damage to the server. Okay? And Whiscrum knows that better than any of you. He knows, he's been around. He's been in all my servers. He knows that I will do whatever it takes to protect my server because it's very easy for one person to destroy it. Very easy. And I'm not going to let that happen. We've worked too hard. We've spent a year on this. I'm not going to let one person derail it. So I've really thought about this and I've been thinking, okay, a lot of you seem like you're done with Gaia, and that's fine. If you want to go find that other YouTuber that's going to provide you with all these things, then go for it. So what I was thinking about doing was maybe closing Gaia for a while, letting things cool down, and then probably letting a handful of you who I respect and I trust and I know you're good for the server back in and just getting rid of the rest of the people. I'm thinking about doing that because there's so many of you who just don't get it. And the hate that you spewed out of your mouths in the comment section or out of your fingertips was, I couldn't believe that you're part of my community. Those people, some of you should be so ashamed of yourselves. I can't believe it. so many YouTubers are like, I just want a million subscribers. I want as many people watching me as possible. But the more and more I do this, the more I realize that I don't care how many people are a part of this community that I've created here. It doesn't matter. The number doesn't matter. I want quality people. I want people who don't judge the way that you guys were judging. I want people who won't jump to conclusions the way you guys jump to conclusions. I want people who are willing to hear, reason and logic and don't spew hatred. It was the amount of hatred that got me. My goodness. You guys are my community. I'm ashamed of myself for allowing you guys to be a part of this, and you know who you are. So I don't know. The future of Gaia is in limbo. I got a life to lead, guys. I got things to do. I could do with my life. I don't want to provide entertainment for people who don't appreciate it. That's really what it boils down to. The anger and the disappointment, the sadness I felt was you guys are just taking this server for granted. Like, I put a lot of work into this so you could play here. I did. Yeah, the other leaders helped. Everyone helped. It's a group project. But this is I'm the one who has to leave the server on for 8 hours. I'm the one who has to deal with everyone's problems. I'm the one who has to initiate and do and then complete most of the group projects here because no one else wants to do them. I'm the one who's doing a lot of work here for your benefit. And the amount of self-entitlement that I saw in the comment section, oh my goodness. I'm the one who decided that there should be a community and what the community should vote on. And you guys just take it for granted, huh? Very upset with you guys and disappointed. And I don't know. I might just go back through the comment section and just start weeding people out because you can't take back what you said. And if that's how you truly feel, by all means, go find that other YouTuber, please. I don't need you here. I don't want you here. You're just as toxic to this community as I feel Whiskerum is. So I don't care if I get 100 dislikes on this video. I don't care if my subscriber count drops 1,000 people. If you are one of those people who's going to cause hatred and negativity and the energy coming from that comment section was so vile. Just vile. If you're going to be one of those people, then I don't want you here. I don't need you here. We're going to get along just fine without you. To the people who have been optimistic and have let this thing play out the way it's played out, and you haven't really been critical or vocal about it, then I thank you for reserving your judgments. I guarantee you that this server is going to be better off without Whiskerum. Of course, there's going to be a transition period. I mean, we're used to him causing conflict and also, causing fun. Of course, I'm not going to say he wasn't a fun person. He provided a lot of fun. He provided a lot of things to the server that were beneficial, but I think it's going to be better without him. There's going to be far less conflict, and that's going to be very welcome after all the drama that's ensued here. It's going to be a lot calmer here. I can guarantee you that. That is something I will promise you, because he blames me for the roleplay, and the roleplay was just it was my choice to say the things I did and harp on it very often. But I had that ability because he provided it. Because he was running his country like a dictator, and he hated to be called a dictator. But if you hate to be called a dictator, why are you running your country like a dictator? That's the immaturity level that he, I think, is displaying. And he didn't understand that he was the dictator and we were just responding to him. And some people were cool with it. Some people are like, hey, cool, a dictator. And a part of me was like, yeah, great, a dictator. That's what this server needs. But another part of me was like, hey, that's the opposite of my country. So we're gonna show how much better New Eden is by showing how terrible this dictator is. Basically. And that was part of the roleplay. And it never went personal. At no point was it personal. It was all within the confines of Gaia. But, the moment Whiskerum... Not the moment. I put up with it for a while. Whiskerum, criticizing me for the roleplay, outside of the roleplay, that just doesn't fly with me. He couldn't separate truth from fiction, and that's why he's gone. So I hope that helps explain the situation. Like I said, if you still don't understand, then peace. Bye. We don't need you. If you still don't get it, it's no big deal. No hard feelings. If you want to play on a server that gives control to the players, good luck finding that one. Have fun finding it. You're not going to, but whatever. Go find it if you don't like the way things are being run here. And that's what I got to say about that. I'm not talking about this anymore. I've said what I have to say, and Whiskerum is gone. We're going to look forward to the future. Change is always difficult at first, but change is always for the better. Always. There's no such thing as negative change. Change always helps. And so Whiskerum's going to go his way. We're going to go our way. He's going to grow from this. We're going to grow from this. And we're all going to be better people as a result. And anyone who doesn't understand that, you can leave. And I'm cool with that. Goodbye. So that's going to be the episode for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. Put your comments in the comment section. If you still want to spew that hatred, whatever, I'm not going to stop you. But just know that you're just hating yourself, really. So that's going to be it. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.